Agent Fluffy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Turnabout Goodbyes, Part 12. Oh, this trial is starting to get very intense right now at this point. So buckle up and get ready for it. Mr. Valcara, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Hold up! What? Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue his testimony? Continue it, please! Your Honor, please, allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than the lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butch. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Witness testimony, what Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word of this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe. This testimony. Objection! Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Cross-examination, what Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with this case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butch. How loud was your radio set to that night? Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Plus, it's really hurtful to the ears. They could potentially have ear loss, like hearing loss. Not ear loss, hearing loss. Brain. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Ron Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Because... I'll answer the question for you. Because it could be very, very important right in this statements, in the future statements right here. Well, how do you know we don't ask, Well, of course Phoenix has the most important thing. Fine, very well. Miss Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Long Karma was right. I'm not so sure how this helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I got to press until we get to the bottom of what happened. Almost Christmas. Okay. There. Oh, shit. Oops. It's okay. I had an idea. I have a feeling it's this statement here. Almost Christmas. I've already presented. Excuse me, I've already presented that. There we go. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, you tried to scare me. You better know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes? But that contradicts the two testimonies we heard so far, Your Honor. Well, Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness said he heard the gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Dick? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim we heard the gunshot before midnight? Well, of course, Larry is right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. I will show you this evidence! Pa-boom! Ha-ha! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh! But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. Is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise in the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, When Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor.
It is a fact
that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man! Clear!
Well, Miss Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence you have any.
Oh my god, let's find it. Take that! This is my evidence.
The murder weapon? Murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense to the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why? I ask you, why? I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya! Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So, you finally realized the truth? There can be no other murderer here than There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Bar Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0015.
But Larry heard the gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men in the boat are.
I would probably say the murderer and Hammond. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond.
What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot.
Yes, that's right.
Also, might I mention, the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth, has admitted to being on that boat.
Right, Your Honor. Crash and burn. Oh, shit.
Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you for this foolishness.
God damn it!
I'll ask you again. Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Oh man, it's starting to get good.
Whoa, what? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Well, ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
So, show the judge where the murder really took place. Murder? Let's say the murder took place right about here. Around here, maybe?
Maybe, Mr. Wright. Does this maybe include the reason why the killer would choose that spot?
Yes, well, maybe because there is no good reason the murderer thought we'd ever expect it.
Maybe you should try again.
He wasn't even surprised I goofed up. Thank God I don't get penalized for this. Thank God I don't get penalized. Excuse me. Right here. Oh, shit. Okay. Really? Really? Okay. God. Thank God I don't get penalized, but... Here? It was here.
Miss Hart, the photographer, was camping?
Yes.
Why would the caretaker of the boat shop go there to kill someone?
It was probably an honest mistake.
The caretaker made a mistake?
No, I did.
Maybe you'd like to show us again?
Oh my freaking God!
Okay. Right here? Here, of course. The boat shop, where he lives. That way he could meet the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat. Sorry, guys. That night, he was out on the lake in the boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gordon Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. It became Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol on that boat, Mr. Wright? Boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was a murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice? He didn't mean to hit anyone. Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Oh, fuck. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot, and ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Oh my god. Okay, my sciences might be clear here. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Sheriff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense had said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away!
Oh, shit! He's on the run! Fuck!
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared!
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Yep, it's been extended one more day. December 27th, 11:22. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least I got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook.
Sorry, just blowing my nose.
You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but my fear is not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it on my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Oh shit. To be continued. Alrighty. So. Alright, this trial has been very, very, very intense and all that stuff. And it's been a lot of fun and lots of intensity. And also, I really love this case so far. So, I know this is pretty short for me to end this part in, but it is a good place for me to end up on the cliffhanger for you guys. So, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time on the next part and continue on. See ya! Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.